Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Bitcoin. This is pretty volatile right now, folks. The price wicked up to 70,000 even, almost exact, and pulled all the way back down to about the low 67,000 range, and now it's back to averaging about 68.5 right where it left off. So pretty interesting stuff here. We're going to talk about that. This is likely just a liquidation sweep. No surprise there. A lot of shorts right there at 69,000. Big surprise. Again, you got to be careful shorting this coin. If you didn't take profits on that massive dip, I don't know what you're doing. Either way, conversation for another day. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the back end day to see where we're at. Quickly to note, if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a quick favor, hit the like button down below. Really appreciate that. Help us grow the channel. So take a look here at liquidation levels. We can kind of see pretty clear as day how manipulation works. Right there, 69,900 was the heaviest accumulation of volume. And what do you know? Price action wicked all the way up there perfectly to destroy all those accounts. So this is just whale trading 101, folks. This is pretty much how it works. This is a typical liquidity sweep. Now, it doesn't mean the price can't continue higher. It just, in most cases, the price wicks up like this as if it never happened. And then, it takes a little while for things to stabilize. So we're kind of in that situation here. What also we want to recognize too as well is just there is a heavy concentration of liquidation at 60,000 to 61K. So there's that as well. That's very present. But other than that, honestly, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Does that mean now that we swept that upper level liquidity, we're just going to shoot down to 60K? Definitely not. I don't think we're going to see the same situation as we did last time, because last time there was a lot of miners selling. While there might be more now, and we don't know that yet, generally speaking, you can only sell so much, right? Majority of that selling pressure came at that one time. So I do think that we got to be patient and wait this one out, so to speak. But generally speaking, that's exactly why things occurred the way that it did. So again, now you know all the fun stuff in trading. It's exactly how the crypto market is, folks. If you don't like it, you probably shouldn't trade crypto. Okay, so we're going to leave our fibs up here from recent just because this candle wick, even though it wicked up, hasn't officially closed yet. So today's candle has 8 hours left remaining. Nothing to worry about. So generally speaking, we're just going to confirm a few key factors. And just to clarify, the daily time frame is still looking pretty bullish. It's also getting more momentum here too, with stochastic swinging up. Not to say stochastic can't swing down, just kind of giving us that indication that continuation to the upside is very much a probability at this point. Same thing as well here too, with money flow index being extremely high. I mean, there's no reason to kind of bet against this coin. A lot of volume and interest at the 66 to 68K range as a rough estimate. Okay, so take a look at here at the 4-hour time frame. Let's confirm a couple of things too. We can look at all the moving averages are effectively kind of in place, right? It's always a positive contributing factor until we close below the 20-day SMA. I'm not concerned about the price action continuing in its upward direction. We take here a look here as well. We can see MACD trying to converge. It might if we can close over 69,000, but generally speaking, at this point, that kind of is getting stunted out, so to speak. Traditional RSI is right in that sweet spot. I like to see not super overextended leading into this. We do end up pushing through that resistance level. We could very well see the price continue higher. It is statistically more probable for the price to go up because of the fact that money flow index is high. Okay, MFI high, specifically on the 4-hour, leads to the price action staying where it's at or going higher. Not to say the price cannot drop because of this. It's just normally it's a positive contributing factor for momentum to the upside because more money is flowing into the coin, generally the consensus. Same thing here with stochastic RSI. You can see it swinging up, of course, but it is getting closer to the top. So I would say there's a general, conflict is probably the best word to describe this here, where the price wants to go up and down at the same time. When you have those conflicts, you typically want to stay out of the trading pool. That's just me personally. That's how I've survived the markets for so many years, is just to avoid the nonsense. Unless you're scalping, that's a different story altogether. I prefer not to scalp because I don't really like to have unnecessary gray hairs in my beard. So different strokes for different folks, right? I day traded for a long time, trust me. I earned my stripes, but I'm so over it. And at this point here, this isn't really ideal conditions for swing trading until we get a little bit more confirmation. But the confirmation that we do have tentatively here is this little previous resistance at 67,600, 67.6 effectively. We've been above that level for about 4 or 5 hours. Okay, and if we take a look at that and we combine that with the Ichimoku cloud, that is consolidating itself right there at that level too. So there's a solid chance the price is more likely, again, to continue higher. So if I were to flip a coin, I would say the coin will most likely land in the upward direction, if there is such an upward direction for a coin, right? That actually doesn't make sense. It's not a great example because that's a 50-50 shot. But what I'm getting at is it is somewhat of a coin flip as to which direction it's going to go right now. But most of the indicators, contrary to the whales having a different different agenda, most things are still pointing up, and there's pretty much zero reason here at this point to consider selling. Everything is still in the green, for lack of a better term. So in other words, we have no reason to consider shorting, even though it seems very juicy at 69,000. When you continuously retest key level resistances, they're more likely to break. So could this be a liquidity sweep? This is going to pull right back down again. There's a possibility of that, but I think this has a little bit more substantiality to it. And if you look here, we can take a look at the liquidation here, or well, just more so buying activity. $1.8 billion was purchased in 5 minutes to get the price up to 70,000. Okay, that was on Binance Futures. That's one exchange. So when billions of dollars are getting flown into the market, we need to see billions of dollars flowing out of the market too in order for that selling pressure to go. So to me, with all this extra money coming in, it seems a lot more likely the price is going to sustain itself until we start seeing that selling pressure occur. And the best way to identify selling pressure would just be to look at some smaller time frames and to pick up on some patterns. That doesn't matter too much right now, honestly, because the simple fact that this is so fresh and so new that I'm sure a lot of people are going bonkers on the 1 to 15 minute chart right now, trying to figure out what's going to happen next. When me personally, I prefer to stay on the sidelines and wait for this little show to be over and then take a trade on confirmation. But there is no real confirmation here, not the confirmation I look for, minus the fact that we have tons of confirming factors the price is going to go up. But that's just what happens when you see billions of dollars flowing into a coin, right? So again, it's kind of a false positive in my personal opinion, so I'd prefer to steer clear. But statistically, we are more probable to increase than decrease unless we see a tremendous amount of selling pressure. So just be mindful of massive candle wicks that continue to come down. This candle wick's actually looking pretty solid overall because we're still above that previous resistance level from yesterday. So that could be a new support. 67.6 could be the new you, right? So all right. Anyways, that's what we got here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope it made sense in how I described this. Do yourself a favor. Go ahead and reference Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange, link down below. They have a tremendously beneficial, just the way that they work. They are really, really good. So be sure to check that out. Of course, congrats to our community members here as well for some nice SEI profits last night. Took a trade, hit our second target in 3 hours. SEI took off. We got a previous older trade there with Algorand as well from 4 months ago. Pretty awesome. Anyways, thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.